Hey, so I thought it's been a while since I've done something on applicant tracking systems, and I had a chat with a new client of mine recently, and he was as confused as hell about these applicant tracking systems. He was like, what are they? They sound so scary. So I'm really just going to unpack a very quick, I don't know, what do you call it, explanation about applicant tracking systems, ATS systems, you'll see them written as. And effectively what an ATS system is it's really just a complex database, and it's a way for companies and recruitment agencies to store and to access CVs and people that apply for their jobs. So that's really all it is. So, I mean, think about your big ERP systems. It's modeled on the similar principles. It's a computer system designed to help an industry, okay? The irony is that applicant tracking systems have got such a bad rep in the candidate market, and candidates seem to believe that, or there is a perception that 70% of CVs are lost in applicant tracking systems. Guys, the bottom line is you can't format your CV heavily with an applicant tracking system, and most CVs are going to go through an applicant tracking system at some point in time. So my advice is to err on the side of caution. Don't do columns, don't do graphics, don't do any formatting. Use a simple document, sans serif fonts, plain round bullets. Keep your CV really simple. LinkedIn is where you can showcase your creativity, but keep your CV simple so that you can cover any eventuality in terms of ATS systems. But what I really wanted to tell you about is, like any system, think about if you've used SAP in your life before, or if you've used Great Plains or whatever. You've had training on that system to get the best out of the system. Now, recruiters are much the same. We want to get the best candidate out of our system, and we will use every trick in the book to get the best CV out of that system. So you've got to make sure that you've got the right keywords in your CV. You've got to make sure that you've used the right spelling. You've got to make sure that if you're using an industry jargon or acronym, you also use the full written out version. So put one of them in brackets, because a recruiter might search on business development executive. He may also search on BDE. Okay, so just make sure you cover all the basics. Remember, recruiters will use search terms to pull your CV out of the system, and that's how we get the best out of the system. So guys, ATS systems are not here to hurt you. They're here to help recruiters. Okay, so let's stop thinking of them as big black holes and just start conforming to some basic principles to make sure that your CV is stored correctly and can equally be accessed correctly. And trust the recruiters. Recruiters have had training on these systems to get the best out of them. That's the whole point. We want the best candidates. We don't want your CV to be sitting in a big black hole, okay? So stop being scared of these ATS systems. Just apply some common sense. That's all I wanted to say. The other thing I do want to mention is you will go on the web and you will find all of these ATS compliance checkers. Now, very often an ATS compliance checker is code for put your CV through here and we're going to sell you a CV writing service, right? Be careful of the ATS checkers, okay? Because the ATS checkers will always give you a really, really low score. They'll sell you a service out of that. So be careful of that. Again, do your research on ATS systems. Apply common sense. Remove as much graphics and formatting from your CV as you possibly can. And you're good. It's that simple. My name is Chantel Buerta. I'm a recruitment coach and strategist. You can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube.